When your energy is high, I'm telling you, everybody and their mamas want to be around you. You're working on yourself. You pray. You pray to the Most High. If you like me, I pray all the time. You're humble. You take showers. Believe it or not, most people don't do that. You take showers. You know what I mean? You put on lotion. You know what I mean? You let that water hit you. You know, you clean every little private part in your body. You know what I mean? You let that water hit you. You know what I mean? You got nice soap. You know what I mean? You clean your skin. You know what I mean? You go to the gym. You know, you're glowing. You're eating your fruits and vegetables. Now, I'm not saying that you're perfect, but hey, you're doing what you got to do to make sure that energy is high. You know, you got to make sure that you stay cleansed. You know, you're taking showers, you smell good. Most people could see that. How? Because most people don't do that. Most people don't have faith in the Most High. Most people don't have, they don't believe in themselves. They don't even have an identity. Because, let's be real. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, and I always bring this up because there's going to be somebody that's going to decide to, they see the title of my video and click it and they're like, well, he think he's perfect. So I had to break it down to you. That's why if you watch my videos many times, I always say that because there's people that like to troll. Believe it or not, I do get emails and I do get messages and thanks to YouTube, the AI, you know what I mean, the text, all that. And for you fools that do watch my videos, I see what you got, you know what I mean, you guys got something to say, but guess what, I delete it. And of course I block y'all too. But where I'm going with this is this. When your energy is high, everybody wants to be around you because a lot of people are bots. You know what I mean? They take energy. They want to destroy people. They having a bad day. They can't live and see the tomorrow. They don't see themselves in 5 days. You know what I mean? And that's why they hang around people. And then when they do that, they feel like okay, they're doing something. But for most of us who are high vibing and we pray and we're drinking our water, especially in this heat, right? A lot of people want to be around us. And I have to say that because at one point I used to always think that not everybody want to be around me. You know what I mean? Why? Maybe they mean good. I'm saying this with confidence that yes, they want to be around us because we'll make them feel good about themselves. We'll make them feel that, hey, there's hope. We make them feel that even though they don't have a purpose and they're not living, they just living for today. They feel like that, okay, hey, I got a purpose because I just hung with Gene. I got a purpose because I just hung with so-and-so. They told me what they doing. Maybe I can do it too. And that's the problem. Before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. I don't share my videos, my YouTube channel with many people. I come across people all the time. I work with people all the time. I choose not to give my YouTube channel. Why? Because if you do watch my YouTube videos, I have a message. And I always like to uplift people. It's like I put this vision in your head and make you, I won't say feel, it's actually true. I am your best friend. And what does a best friend do? They're always putting you up on game, or they're always putting you up on game. They're always telling you things that you have to be careful from. And it's many things and many things I could say about and bring up what a best friend is. But one of the things is that a best friend is there for you and drop something to you that we all can relate to, right? And one of the things that I noticed, especially today, right? If you notice that the way I dress and everything, you always see me, I'm dressed in plain clothes because I'm just coming from the gym. And with me saying coming from the gym, I noticed, I'm not mentioning kids, grown people past the age, I can't even put a number on it, but I'm not saying kids because, you still got a lot to learn. But we have grown adults that will go to the gym and go and sit and watch people. We'll go. I noticed that, and I'm not saying to people that, I do know that I chop it up at the gym. I know who you are. I ain't talking about that, but I've noticed that, and let me give you a little story. I was catching public transportation, getting on the train, getting on, went to the bus, and I noticed this one gentleman came and sat right next to me. See this person sometimes, time to time, don't even say anything. But I noticed that this person is always watching me, right? Now, I'm not saying that, okay, I'm saying this to feel, feeling myself, but I'm just observing. This same person, I went on a bicycle. I usually just go warm up. This person came. There's another seat next to them that they go and sit next to. They chosen because the gym that I don't usually go to that gym, but there's like 5 different bikes. There's one person at the end, and there's like 4. I'm all the way at the end, and the person came and sat right next to me. And as I noticed, that same person came and just looked at me like. Now I'm pedaling, I'm doing my bike, and I'm doing what I gotta do. This person is doing the same thing too. I'm leaning over, and I'm looking at the phone, and I'm listening to my music. This person lean over and do the same thing too. Where I'm going with this is this. When your energy is high, you got something going on with yourself, people are going to try to figure you out. They want to come around you, and they want to do the same thing you're doing. Who knows? Maybe he likes, or this person, find me a person out here. He's really cool. Or they're trying to compete. I don't know. But where I'm going with is that when you have your own identity, you'll find people that are very attracted to that. And at one point, way back, I used to get frustrated. I'm like, yo, why is that? Why is this going on? Why does this person think like this? Why do people are like that? But I got to the point where they could do what they want to do as long they don't come and try to harm me, if that makes sense. Or they try to do anything to be disrespectful. I've gotten to the point where I don't even pay people attention no more. I don't. I'm so focused on my purpose and where I'm going. Even doing this YouTube channel, like I said, I don't tell people that I got a YouTube channel. If you know, you know. I truly believe that, hey, with this YouTube channel, it's only going to connect to the people that really find this for them. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. When you're a person that's high vibe and you're focused and you know what you're doing in life, you're going to find people out of nowhere. They can feel your energy. They can feel that, hey, there's something about you. I have had many people randomly, especially women, they're like, yo, I'll be walking somewhere and I'll just pass them. They're like, yo, you got cool energy. I like your energy. No, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm surprised. Like, don't. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm doing something that, I'm going to going to the gym, or I got somewhere I'm going, where I'm excited, or I got some work to do. Because when you're worried, when you know you have a purpose and you know that, hey, you're positive, you don't put in the work with yourself, especially if you got a good relationship with the Most High, you got, should I say God, you know what I mean? Yo, you're going to have this type of light in you. You're going to glow, and you're not going to look like the average person. Like for me, personally, when your energy is high and you're favored by the Most High, yo, a lot of people gonna look at you and say, dang, you look good. How old are you? You tell them, hey, dang, you look really young. And you appear to look very young. And most people, they're just in shock. They just can't believe, like, they didn't see you. You done grown up with them. You done see them here and there, and you just have this light where it's just like, they feel like it's hope. They feel like it's very attractive, you know what I mean? And what they'll try to do, here I go, they're gonna want to try and take it from you. They're gonna hope and try to get into some type of conversation with you. And hopefully you say something and they want to find out things about you and why you are the way you are, so they can imitate that, so they can be what you want to be. And then guess what? When you do that, now they're going to try to talk against you, talk down on you. They're going to try to like bring you down. They're going to try to make it look like that you ain't nothing. Guess what? Here they go, going to try to be like you. So you must be careful. You can't let everybody have access to you, and you should not. Don't ever let nobody that, you know, when you high vibing, you doing what you got to do. Everybody can't have access to you, if that makes sense. So if you like this video and it resonated with you, I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And also, description below, comment pin to the top. Keep up with the latest luxury styles and trends at gorgeous271.com. All right. Again, please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. All right. Peace. And also that dude I was telling you, I ignored him. I walked off. I went somewhere else and everything. I ain't paying him no attention. All right. Peace.